I don't know if you remember this Dole boiler house steam plant when I first got it, but I have to say it was one of the worst restoration projects I'd ever bought. Everything was in such a state. There was, on some parts, there was no paint whatsoever. It was all burnt around the back. There was this engine base was covered in some grease that even the best degreaser I had wouldn't get it off. So I had to just gently scrub it with a toothbrush to try and get it off without damaging the original paint. The engine was seized. It was a lot wrong with it. The steam pipe, what goes down into the cylinder, they screw in, but the part that it screws into would come loose, so I couldn't get the lid off, because this is behind underneath this cover there's a sort of like a T-piece or an L-shaped part, and so the lid, we couldn't get the lid off. So all I had to do in the end was reattach the steam pipe to the boiler while this lid was still on. So I had this much working space underneath that lid to get it done. And it took me a few goes, but I got it done in the end. Then the whistle was completely missing, and because this extends down through the roof into the boiler, it's an extra long whistle. So I had to make up a little brass tube with a thread on either end to screw into the boiler to come out the top of the roof, and then screw the new whistle in the top, because there was completely no whistle there. The glass was broke. I haven't got a bit of glass at the moment, so temporarily I've put a hose, but I'm hoping that's not going to leak. But this is just a temporary measure, so I'm almost there. But have a look. I mean, there was a crease across the metal here. Well, I managed to almost get it all out. And I think it's come up pretty good. I've borrowed a chimney for a moment off of another machine of mine, just because I haven't got a chimney for it. It didn't come with a chimney. But I think it's come up pretty good. I was going to spray, it was that bad, I was going to spray the whole thing, completely spray it and start again. I had to spray the roof completely because it was just rusted and damaged. But when I cleaned it, I noticed underneath that there's a lot of the original paint was there. This is all the original paint. This is the original paint. This is all the original paint. And the original paint has got your bricks with your lines, your black marks, your bed joints. So you can see that's all original. So I didn't. In the end, I didn't paint that much. I painted this ventilation cover because that was just complete rust. So I painted that. I didn't paint anything else. I give the base, it was really dry and cracking. So I've given the base a clear coat, just a coat of clear coat. But if you look around, I'll take the chimney off on here because it's going to wobble. So this is original. That's original. Even this is original, but you can see where the rust was. But I didn't paint it. I think it actually come up better than if I'd have painted it. And that was, it was all rusty. You can see this area all the way around. That was rusty where it gets burnt. So I've just scraped it down. I'll give it a light clear coat on there. And I've retained all the original brickwork feature and colours. I've cleaned the door a little bit. I didn't go too mad with the door because I know they're normally coated, like plated, and if you go too mad you just go straight through to the brass. or you take the plating off altogether. So, object of the exercise today is get it running on steam. Let the old girl run. So put that back on there. I've got it connected into a pipe. Let me give it a go. So open the valve. She's interested. Here she goes. Restored and working. It's a very usable little model now. And she runs good. From what that was to what that is now is completely different. The boiler house model. I'm going to try it on steam later. So this is just on air. You know, steam is less forgiving. If there's any leaks, you'll see it, but it will run slow and all. What about that? See, the plating's come off of there. That should be plated. That's copper now. The plating's come off. But from what that boiler house model was to what it is now, is completely different. I enjoy restoring them. Look at the colours there. Retained all the colours. So all I've painted is this cover and that roof. And the roof, I've painted it in a metallic black. It's supposed to have a little red stripe. I might put that there. Might put a red stripe. Same as this red. All the reds, none of that was visible when I first got it, all this red. It's lost some of it. Still some of it still there. So retained lots and lots of original colour. All the brickwork is all still original. And this is so bad I was gonna spray the whole thing. It took a lot of work. Yeah, so I had to make that part up because the chimney wasn't, because it goes down to the boiler. I couldn't find a whistle long enough. There was someone online watched one of these videos actually said to me there was a whistle there because I just had a hole. I didn't know what was there. I thought it might have been a pressure gauge. But so I had to make up a brass tube with a thread on either end so I could put this little whistle on, because I had a spare whistle, and say this tube, what went underneath here, what went through was detached from the boiler. It's a screw in, and the thread on the other side was just turning round. So I had to reattach it all and get it sealed while working in a space like this, because I had to do it while the roof was still on. But anyway, we got there in the end. It's cleaned up. And I think it's quite lovely. I think it's a nice usable model now, and unusual too. You don't see many with the boilers. Don't see that many. It's a nice runner. Nice runner. It's a bit too slow, isn't it? It's too slow, that. Yeah, what's a bit more air than that? But yeah, we'll run slow. I like to run them slow. Well, if I, it will go a lot faster if I want it to, but I generally don't do that. But I hope you like it. It's come up pretty good, I think. It's a usable model now. Unusual as well, but I'm really pleased that I managed to keep all the original colours. Look at that. Very little painting did I do in the end. But I managed to keep all that original colours. And you see my new background. That there, that's in Kempton, England. And that's the largest working steam engine in the world. If you through my videos, I've been there. I wanted a decent background for my videos. I've been there, and that is it's quite a beast. If you look on my videos, I'll do a video of that actual steam engine. There's two. Is that one and another one? And you'll see, and I explain all about it. But yeah, that's quite a place. Yeah, largest steam engine in the world currently is still running. It's huge. Anyway, back to the boiler house doll. Really pleased with it. Really pleased with it. It's running nice. There's a lot of work went into that. So not perfection, but back to a usable model. So even Fred would like that. So I'll leave it there, guys. I hope you like that one, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.